What's going on, everybody? It's Butch with the Ground here. Hope you guys having a good one. I am thank you for asking. Today is a good day because today I'm going to be talking about my little review of A Quiet Place Day One. If you guys haven't seen the movie, like this is going to be like a little quick, like the little quick little summary side of like everything of what I want to do and talk about like the film. So I'm gonna do like a non-spoiler section right here. I'm gonna throw up my little logo thing, so like there'll be a little thing right here that has my like non spoiler side, and then when I get into spoilers, we're gonna go over here and we gonna straight up just talk about the whole type thing. But for the non-spoiler side, let's hop into this and let's go. Out the gate, that was a fire ass movie. It was a fire movie. It was a fire movie. I thought that it was a really good movie. I thought it was I thought that the whole entire action sequence, the characters, the entire like setting of like the movie, I thought it was fire. If you guys don't know, A Quiet Place is basically that universe's. There are these creatures called Death Angels, and they came from the sky and they landed in the world, and they're like very fucking fast. They're very like super aggressive. They can't see, but they can hear. They hunt off of sound, and they kill basically everything. Everything that makes sound, anything that makes sound, they just end up murking it. And this movie basically is like the day one edition of like everything that's happening on like the first day of like them invading. Like the first two movies was basically like a year later, and then like the first movie was a year later with all that, and then the second movie was like I'm pretty sure like it was right after the first movie, so it was like a year and a week later. So this is all everything happening day one, and it's in the most noisiest city in America, which is New York. It's in New York City. It like that's it. It's crazy. It, it what I don't know. It's wild. Motherfuckers is dying, getting clipped left and right. Like I'm honestly surprised that this movie was PG-13. I'm very surprised that it was PG-13. I can see like how it was and like, but I can see where it definitely could have been rated R. This movie definitely could have been rated R. If it was rated R, I would have loved it because like they would have definitely showed a little bit more than what they did. But like the kills, man, they motherfuckers was getting packed left and right, and it was crazy. It was crazy. Uh, Without getting into any of your spoiler side, we follow the main character in the movie is Lupita Nyong'o's character and Joseph Quinn. Lupita Nyong'o, Lupita, sorry, she is the main character basically. She plays Sammy, and then Joseph Quinn characters he plays Eric. So the movie opens up with following Sammy going through her whole entire journey, and then she meets up with Eric, and then they come together and do what they have to do to, survive and everything like that. Out the gate, I just want to say this. I was a little iffy with Eric's character, Joseph Quinn's character. Eric kind of pissed me off a little bit a couple times in this movie. He definitely did. He was on some bullshit sometimes. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. It was to the point where like I was gonna be like motherfucker like. And it wasn't just him either. It was a whole bunch of other people in this world, in this movie. It was like they do the stupidest shit, and you know it, and it's like, what can you do? Like you out the gate, man. I know I wouldn't survive. I would not survive this world. I would not survive this world. Like simple things alerts them, and then you can't just do anything about it, and you just gotta accept the shit. And it's like like, you can't do that. You can't do that. You're fucked. Basically, you're fucked. You're fucked. You're literally fucked in anything. Like her whole entire character. Without getting into spoilers and stuff. So Sammy's character, she is surviving basically through New York City. So she has cancer. Basically, she has cancer. She's, saying going through that whole entire thing. She's in a part of like a hospice group, and they take a trip to Manhattan to like go see a little puppet show. And she wants to go get pizza after that, do her little thing. And right when that's happening, like, that's when like all the death angels and everything start invading the world. And literally, like, she's like day one, like she's day one, like these motherfuckers crash land the bus that she was like her and like the whole entire like hospice people were like transforming, like not transforming, but like they were traveling on like a bus, like a little school bus, not a little school bus, it was like a big school bus, but it was like painted in like the hospice like, you know, colors and stuff. So they were traveling, they were about to go back, and like fucking like those things were coming in like meteors and shit, and they crash landed, crashed damn near into the bus and just blew the fucking thing up. So she's coming outside of the bus and stuff, and she has like this cat, which I forgot all about the cat. I forgot all about the cat. So she has like this little cat that's like her little service animal, and so like it is dope. I like that, but man, when I get to the spoiler side, I'm gonna talk to you more about that. So, but she has the cat, and it goes off for like a good like 5 minutes of like the first seconds of everything happening. Like it's like after like the meteor hit, it's all like noise is gone, everybody's starting to get, you know, like everybody's affected by it, everybody's trying to like, you know, figure out what's going on. There's a bunch of fog and everything, smoke everywhere, you can't really move and shit, well, you can't really see and shit, and people are like trying to talk and call out and stuff, and like you see like people were being like some like, oh my god, Jim, Fly, oh my god, Ben, Carol, just getting killed left and right, and like you see it, and it's just like, what the fuck? And she's just like all like walking around it looking for her cat, and then she just fucking goes and sees everything. And there was a scene where like this cop was like, ma'am, are you okay, ma'am? And then something happens on her radio, and she talks to the thing, and the fucking angel just grabs her and just takes her out, just full blown, just Michael Jordan grips her head, gone, she's gone. And then like out of nowhere, fucking an ambulance drives past, like that has the sirens and everything on, and it goes right past and almost hits Sammy Lupita's character, and like she dodges it. It goes past her for like good like 10 feet, and then fucking like three of those, or not three of them, like two of them bitches like get on top of it and like instantly destroy it and blows up, and she just backs up, like the force of it hits her and she gets knocked out and shit, and then like she gets knocked out, she gets saved by this this dude, Digimon. I can't forget, I don't know how to say his name, but he's a really good actor, he's a really fantastic actor. He's in this movie called Blood Diamond. If you haven't seen Blood Diamond, definitely have to watch that, but that shit fire. But other than that, like he saves her, you know, they take her back to like the little safe house where like there's like fucking 50 people back into like the little marionette puppet show people, and like they're all huddled up against each other, they're all like shh, be quiet and stuff, and they're just like, the way that she wakes up, she was about to like, oh, but like he catches her and he's like, shh, we good. So like that happens. They go through the whole entire like marionette show trying to figure out what's going on, what's their next move and stuff. And fucking which I thought was crazy, but I also thought it was stupid as shit, was like there's this helicopter, right? The government is like using the helicopter to like fly across all Manhattan, telling people like, you know, be quiet, you know, exit through the south side of the island to get to the boats and all this shit and stuff. And like soon as like the fucking helicopter flies by, there's like hundreds of those things following the helicopter, and it's like, dude, like what the fuck are you doing? Like in my head, I was like, in that scene, I was like, okay, that's cool, that I get that you're trying to, you know, tell people to be quiet, you know what I'm saying, trying to get them to evacuate to a certain thing. But there's like I feel like there could have been a different way, because like there was like hundreds of those fucking things just following that helicopter, going through everything, like the buildings and shit, and they could have easily found like the fucking group. They almost did found the fucking group, but they got lucky, you know what I'm saying, shit got lucky. And I'm gonna talk more about that like stuff back in the spoiler side, because it's some shit. All right, but they continue on to that. The government fucking decides to, you know, like isolate the island, so they blow up all the bridges and shit, which, like, you know, is typical. U.S. government shit. That's what they gonna do. That's typical U.S. government stuff. Isolate the threat. Try to make sure they were good. Excuse me. But then later on, like, so the whole entire group is basically wanting to get to like the south end of the island, south side of the island, to escape and stuff. But Lupita's character, she's like, I want to go get pizza. Fuck that shit. I'm trying to go get me some pizza. You know what I'm saying? We finna go get some pizza. So she says, fuck all the bullshit. I'm finna go get some pizza. And basically she dips. She dips. She goes. And she's doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? She's, making her way through, all the New York stuff. So, like, she's in Chinatown and stuff, and she's trying to get to Harlem because Harlem is like this little pizza spot that she wants to go to. Like, it's very important to her. I'll get into more in the spoiler section. But as soon as she, continues on going, that's when she meets up with Eric's character, which he just literally just pops up out of fucking nowhere, just out of nowhere, and like he pops up out of nowhere, and he finds her cat. So he finds her cat, and then he just follows her cat, and the cat literally just leads her straight to the Lupita's character. So dude just ends up just saying, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna follow you because I'm scared, and I'm just gonna do that." So that's basically it. So Lupita basically just takes him, and they go on their little journey. And they get to her apartment that's actually in Manhattan. Well, yeah, that's in Manhattan because she actually has an apartment stuff too. She's staying at the hospice care because she's sick and she has cancer and stuff. So she went to her apartment to grab some medication because like she going through it. So she needs medication. And then that's when they start talking, and they start bonding and stuff, and you start to learn more about her character and his character. He's from England. He's just in the US to become a lawyer. She's a famous poet, and she tells us that she explains to him that she has cancer, she's dying anyway, so like she has not that much time to live, so she's just trying to go get some pizza and stuff. She wants to go get some pizza, and dude is like, fuck it, let's just go do it. I'm scared. I ain't got nobody else to go with. We'll end up just doing something. So they end up like going to sleep after like their whole entire conversation and stuff. She wakes up earlier than him, and then she decides to dip and tries to leave him and stuff. And so she goes on ahead of him, but he eventually catches up back with her. They get into like this whole entire thing where like there's like fucking six of these damn things. Like okay, so hold on, back up there. So when she leaves him originally, she just goes off on her own, and then she goes and finds this library, and she having her little snack break and everything. She's trying to get a little reading on and stuff, and then he comes and tries to help her. Not tries to help her. He comes and gives her back her notebook because she left her notebook because she was in such a rush to get the fuck out of there. So he basically tracked her down and gave her a notebook, and then they just after that they accidentally like knocked over some books, and they alerted one or two of them, and then that two ended up alerting like 14, and then so they're fucking just running through like this building while these fucking death angels are going through the glass and falling through and just trying to kill them, and then like they get stuck in this damn like turnaround door, and it's a real edge shit. It makes you like, oh, motherfucker, you better go, come on, we gotta get out of here, come on, go, get out. And so eventually get out, and then they do that. They end up in the sewer, go through the whole entire like sewer stuff. The sewer shit was nice. We'll get more into that with like the spoiler, because like that's when you learn a little bit more. And then they come out from the sewer, end up in the church. Dudes in the church, they're all in the church. Lupita's character ends up passing out because like she started to get really sick. So the dude actually, goes out to, get the drugs for her. So he goes on a whole entire adventure, and it discovers some stuff, which we'll talk about more about that. Then they come back and they continue doing on their journey, and it's nice. It's nice. I can't really talk about the ending unless we're talking about the spoiler section of it. But we're wrapping up on the non-spoiler section. We're wrapping it up right now. So, but I thought it was really good. I thought it was a good movie. I really did. If I were you, I'll honest with you, definitely go see it. Uh, it's a little fun. It's a fun little scare thing. Fun little scare thing that can get you a little like that. That in my opinion. But I think that's about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I can't really get into the like ending past the sewer part because that's when like it gets to the, like the big shit, and that's the spoiler side. So like, that's like the ending for like the non-spoiler discussion. So like that's right now. This is gonna go over to the spoiler side right now. We're gonna go into it right now. This is straight up spoilers, 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 spoilers. Okay, spoilers. All right. Now that I got y'all attention, look, on every fucking thing I love, that cat would have not survived. On everything I love, that cat would not have survived if it was teamed up with me. I would not have done all that shit for that cat. Cause look, that, oh my God, yo, oh my God. Okay. Let's do the rewind and all this shit. Let's go straight up start off from the beginning. Okay, so Lupita's character is dying from cancer, right? She ain't got that much time left, okay? So she honestly, this whole entire thing with the apocalypse and everything happening to her, she's just basically like, man, fuck it. Like, I don't give a fuck no more. Like, I'm dying anyway. So like there's no really care to it. So I just want to go get me some pizza. And the reason why she wants to go get some pizza is because like, so her father was a very like a really good musician. He was a very good musician. I think he was just a pianist, or I want to say musician because he was multiple things. But after he would take his daughter, Lupita's character, to the club to watch him play and everything. And then after every time that happened, you know, they would get pizza at this little the same spot every single time. It was like a little tradition shit. So they would always do that. And you find out later in the movie that her dad actually died from the same thing that she's dying from. So it's like a little like, it's very like fuck. Like that's why the whole entire thing. That's why she wanted to go back to, you know, she wanted to experience that one last time. And I thought that was honestly like, yeah, I understood that. I understood that. She understood. Like it was nothing that she could do. She like shit. Let me go do this one last time. I'm gonna go have this one last journey, you know what I'm saying? And then we just gonna rock what is going out after that. We gonna rock what was going on after that. But that's like basically like the whole entire story. And Eric's character, Joseph Dude, is basically just gonna help her. He has nothing else to do, so he's just gonna help her. And he does a good job helping her. He got but that's in later. That marionette show. Okay, this is why the cat comes into place. Man, that fucking cat. Okay, so when they were in the marionette show after she woke up from being knocked out by the little ambulance explosion and shit, and then she woke up to seeing all those people in the marionette show all barricaded, being quiet and stuff. She has a cat. The dude gives her the cat. She's holding on to the cat, and then the helicopter flies by, right? And then all those fucking death angels fly by afterwards, and then it fucking freaks the cat out, right? So the cat just jumps out of her arms and then runs straight to the front door, and she chases after it. And I'm like, don't do that shit, because you're like, don't do it. You're gonna die. Don't do that. This cat goes all the way to the fucking front door and is like trying to get out and shit. And then like they all pass by and you think that it's all like good and stuff. So the cat is like, it's like, oh, calm down a little bit. Then it starts walking back to Lupita's character and then steps on some broken fucking glass. And then like that one step from a cat's paw stepping on the glass or some shit like that. It's the alerted one. And that one just fucking jumped into the little, the little front doors of the marionette puppet show and just was like on some business, bro. He ain't killed nobody, but like he was like he almost started killing everybody over the fucking cat, over this cat. And I'm like, dude, if this cat does this like this entire fucking movie, I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna be so fucking pissed because this like man, I can do it. I can do it. So they survive that encounter by the fucking grace of God. Lupita's character says that she wants to go get some pizza, so she finally goes and dips off from the main group and stuff. No, hold on. Before I even get into that, so after that entire scene, they announce that they're gonna. They announce that they show off that they're blowing up the bridges. So Lupita's character goes up to the rooftop and sees that the bridges are blowing up and stuff. Like they're literally just sending jets to just blowing them up, missiles and all that stuff. And they leave the door open. So this random guy out of fucking nowhere just fucking walks up the stairs and sees that, and then he just instantly like, oh my god, we're gonna die. Just instantly starts fucking like just like what? Instantly starts doing that, and like Dijon's character, the guy from Blood Diamond, like ends up fucking like having to subdue him and shit because he's like trying to fucking oh my god no, and like. I'm in the movie theater like, dude, what the? Kill this motherfucker. This he almost just killed the entire group. He almost killed the entire fucking building because he wanted to be like, oh my god, the thing is, we're all gonna die and all this shit. I'm like, bro, like you could have, they're attracted by sound. Why are you trying to put us in all this into like a whole entire predicament and shit? And he's just like, man, the Blood Diamond Duke character, he ends up killing him. Just to keep him fucking quiet. So that I honestly was like, hell yeah, because I did the same fucking thing. Oh God, I definitely did the same thing. You crazy as hell if you think that you would have just accepted that. You think I would just accepted that? No. I love my life a little too much. But after that, that's when she goes on her little thing. She's like, oh man, I can't be around these people. These motherfuckers are gonna end up killing me. I can't do this. So I'm gonna keep going. So. Continuing on to the story forward, she ends up finding these two kids at this little park area. They're hiding in this little fountain, like with the little waterfalls, because like sound, it distorts their sound, so like the things can't find them. So they're just literally just in there, just hiding. So she finds them, she gives them some food, and then they start traveling together. When they start traveling together, I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be cool, this is gonna be good. Then they reached like the little main street section area, and you see a whole fucking mob of fucking people just walking silently to get to like the south end of the island, to get to the boats and stuff so they can get off, so they can live. And I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, no, like, why are y'all doing that? Like, I understand you guys want to get out of there, but like, no, not in that big ass area. And Lupita's character sends like the two kids off with them, like the whole entire group, and it's like, go, you need to go with them. And she starts going the way that they're coming towards her. So she's going the way that they're coming, and she's like noticing like these motherfuckers are stupid. Like some of these people are like in wheelchairs. The wheelchairs are making noise. Some people are fucking coughing. Some people are like just, wearing shoes that are like, making a lot of sounds and stuff. And she sees like you can like when that happens and she's just trying to get past and people are like shoving into her, making more noises and stuff. People are grunting, all that stuff. And you can see like they do a wide shot of like the whole entire like people just walking down this long ass road. And you see these little death angels crawling from the fucking walls from like the little outside in, just crawling in. And just slowly coming in towards there. And then just instantly, one just jumps down. One person. Sorry, I don't know. One person screamed. And instantly, the whole fucking thing went up in a blaze. Like everybody, left, right, was getting killed. Like it wasn't nothing, bro. There was like 200. It was like 200 people like trying to walk through and stuff like that, and instantly, it was just getting mauled just instantly. And then like the sound was drawing in more, so it was just a whole bunch of like violence and shit. And when we get into like so like when that all happens, like she gets knocked over, and then like during the whole entire panic. Lupita's character gets knocked over, and like people are starting to like step on her and all that shit. So she like rolls over into a car underneath the car to get safe. And some dude tries to like like grab onto her and be like, help me. And I thought it was Joseph. I thought it was the Eric character. It looked like, to me, it looked like the Eric character that I thought it was, but it wasn't. And he gets dragged off and gets killed off. But while he was getting dragged off and shit, he kind of pinned her leg. So like the car was starting to like fall down on her while like her leg was pinned, so she needed to get up out of there. So she eventually got up out of there, all that stuff. Ended up running into an alleyway and started like panicking because she doesn't have their cat. During that whole entire thing, the cat is like going through just watching all this shit happening, and that's when we get introduced to Joseph Quinn's character Eric. And that's when we get introduced to Joseph Quinn's character Eric, which he just fucking just emerges from like the little subway, because like the subway is flooded, and he just emerges from it, almost dying and shit. And when he emerges from it, the first thing he sees is her cat, and so he's like so traumatized and shit, so he just starts following the cat, and then the cat leads him to Lupita's character, and then that leads into like the whole entire like them sticking together. Like I thought it was kind of weird because like Lupita's character, she was like, okay. She saw him first, and then she was like, get your ass out of here. Like, move. And then he left, and then she started walking. And then she started walking, and then he was like right behind her. And then she was like looking at him like, move, motherfucker, go somewhere. Like, and he just kept following her, and which I thought was creepy as shit. I was like, creepy motherfucker, like, take the hint, get the fuck up out of it. Like, move. I don't like all this shit, but he stuck with her. So then they get to her apartment. They start talking about a whole bunch of shit. You find out dude's from England. He's trying to become a lawyer. You find out she's dying. She's a famous poet. She's a poet. She got a nice ass apartment. I ain't gonna lie to you. She do got a nice ass apartment. That apartment was dope. But that happens. They talk more about like, she finally tells him like more about like the reason why she's going to Harlem and stuff. And so he just, he at first he's like, we got an apocalypse going on. And she was like, motherfucker, I want some peace. And he's like literally, like, he's just like, all right, shit, fuck it, let's go get some pizza. And like that scene was literally just like that. And he after that, she read him or gave him like a little poem and stuff, and he started reading it. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't hear him the first half of the little poem. I don't know like what was going on in the theater that I was in, but I couldn't hear him, so I didn't know what the fucking poem was saying. But then he started crying, so I couldn't get with him what that poem was. But it was good acting. It was good acting, but like I didn't hear what he said. But I guess that was like the revealment of like she was dying in like a couple of days or stuff anyway. Like she couldn't do anything about that. So then the next day she leaves him. Then they get back in together and then like they start going through that whole chase sequence, and they end up in the sewers. And then they end up in the little subway thing. And then when they're in the subway, look, the subway is flooded, right? The subway is flooded. So they have to move through the subway. And as they're moving, it's the water slowly getting bigger. And like it's to the point where like they're like right here, chest level. So where they gotta hold everything. She has her bag with a cat on it, holding everything. And he's, holding his shit. And they're just trying to get through the subway and stuff, right? They go right underneath like a little hole where one of like the little death angels is just literally just standing there, just I don't know what the fuck he was doing. He was just chilling, just enjoying life, I guess. And they take like 6 or 7 steps like more downwards. And because like the death angel can't do anything because like they're in the water and it's making a bunch of like water noise, so it's basically masking everything. But like, they're still being quiet and stuff. And then out of nowhere, this motherfucker just out of nowhere, he just wants to, he just wants to have a panic attack. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what? But, no, they are almost to where they need to be. They just need to have to go like a little bit more further feet. You know what I'm saying? They just, and then they're good. This motherfucker just starts having like a little panic attack, and she looks at him, and she's like, "Hey, yo, lock the fuck in, lock the fuck in." And he's not locking in. He ain't locking in. And he just starts, and then that's what alerts the damn Death Angel. And so the Death Angel starts chasing him, and it's on the wall crawling towards them, and they're in the water trying to move through it and shit. And it's a very scary scene. I ain't gonna lie to it. It's a very scary scene. It's getting to the point where like the Death Angel has like, they have no more like little room. It's just strictly underwater, and it's starting to get close to them. And it to the point where like at the end, like they're all underwater. So when that happens, they go into like a little current thing, and so they go through a whole entire little thing of like being underwater, and they end up to where this little broken little church area is. So a meteor, I guess, landed, broke through the church, and then broke through the concrete and landed in like the little subway area, and so that's where they were used to get out. So, but when they were doing like before they got out and stuff, like the Death Angel was still chasing them, but if it turns out these motherfuckers can't swim. They can't swim. So that's when you find out they can't swim at all, and they just basically like they freak out in water after like a certain certain moments. Like that Death Angel kind of didn't freak out instantly, like he was still trying to kill them, but like when they got to a point where like they got away a little bit, he started like just couldn't do anything in the water, and he just drowned. It was kind of very sad. I ain't gonna lie how he drowned, but like that was sad. That happened. And then they get into the little church area. Lupita is like, she's going through it. She's like passing out and stuff because like she can't keep up. Her cancer's kicking her ass. And so the dude decides like, hey, I'm gonna go, get the drugs for you. She needs these little patch things that you little put on your body. They're like pain numbers and stuff. If you guys know what I'm talking about, I'm sure you guys know what they are. But like some people use them for like the little nicotine patches, but there are some that have like the pain relievers and shit. So she needs those. And so he goes out, gets her that, and the cat comes with him apparently. So I don't know why the fuck the cat just decided to go with him. So the cat goes with him, and he gets the drugs, and he's on his way back. And the fucking cat goes into like is curious as shit and goes into like a little den that has a big ass one of those little death things. And then there's like little miniature, like mini ones. So like there's like a big mom one and there's like mini ones. And like the mom one was like cracking, was feeding the young and stuff, which you found out like the Death Angels don't eat humans and stuff. They just kill them. They just kill humans. They just kill anything that make noise. So like it shows you like they actually eat stuff. Like they have like these little like nesting or like little pod stuff that they crack open and then like they eat out of that. I don't know. I wish they would have showed a little bit more of that. They did not. It sucks to suck, but like, hey, the mystery is still up there, so it's kind of cool. So I'm actually up for it. So I'm up for it. But the cat goes into like a little den, right? And then he climbs up on top of this like little ironworks little stuff. Like damn. I don't know how to like explain this, but like it was like a little construction building, and so like when the meteor crashed, it like broke a whole bunch of shit. So like there's little iron steel beams everywhere on top of each other and shit. So he climbs on top of this little steel iron beam, and dude has to get up there to go get the cat, which off rip, I'm not fucking doing that. What the fuck? If it's not fucking with me after that second one, hey, God didn't want you to have a cat right there. And look, see, my cat just popped up after I just said that. So like, come on, bro. Lock in. The cat's name is Frodo. That's what I thought was funny. I forgot to mention that. The cat's name was Frodo. That was funny. I thought that was cool. Frodo was out here that causes bullshit. I swear to God, I almost killed Frodo a couple times. But when that happened, he climbs on top of the little support beam to get the cat. He's like literally like a fucking inch away from the cat, and the cat makes a noise. And this motherfucking Death Angel, this is the biggest one I fucking seen, just pops up out of nowhere. It scared the shit out of me. I ain't gonna lie too. That scared the shit out of me. When seeing that, oh shit, boy. Boy, my britches was full. I ain't gonna lie, I had to shit myself, everything. Boy, that motherfucker was huge, and it just popped up right next to him, and it just was like trying to hear out if he can hear him and stuff. And dude is like tearing up and crying and shit. And I'm like, bro, like, oh my god, but like, uh, he makes it. He makes it through. He makes it through, and so he just makes it through, and he makes his way back to the church where she's at, gives her a little bit of like the little medicine stuff, and like the next morning they go off on their journey to go back to the go to Harlem. So I forget what the pizza place was called, Pazooz or something. I'm pretty sure it was like, it started with a P, something like that. And they end up getting there, and a fucking semi went through it, and it's destroyed. Like the whole entire pizza shit's destroyed. Her character, she's like so hurt. She's like, you can feel the heartbreak in her. Like you could like feel it. You can see it. Like she was just like, when she saw it, and like she just felt defeated. It felt so bad. So dude gave her a hug, and then like he asked her like, where was the place that your dad took you to play? Took him to play piano. So they went to that little bar thing, and the bar was still intact. It was all a perfect little thing. So they chilled out at the bar. Had a lot of character development right there. They had a little magic show. Dude did a little magic trick for her, made her smile and stuff. He went back and found like a different pizza shop, got some pizza, took a little Sharpie, wrote the pizza names thing on it, brought it to her. They had a little thing. It was some dope shit. It was dope shit. I thought that made his character cool as shit. I was like, you a real one for that. You a real one for that. And so, after that, they have their little moments and stuff. And then right after that, they're like, okay, we got to get out of here. We got to at least get you out of here or something like that. So they eventually, like, when they get done with all their stuff, the next morning, they go to the south side of the island. And that's where, like, all the boats and stuff for people are. And it turns out, like, the people on the boats are already, loaded up, and they're trying to, get out, try to go over there, do their thing. And they see these whole bunch of fucking death angels just, like, trying to chase the boat, but they're on land. So they're just following the boat while they do that. And so Lupita's character, she just says, fuck it, hey, I got you. I'm gonna cause a distraction while you go and get onto the boat. And so she runs off, and she grabs her crowbar, and she starts hitting, cars, setting off the alarms and stuff. And like all the death angels start going towards her. And when they do that, that's when he starts taking off, tries to get to the boat that's already like in the water, but it's near the dock, but it's like 20 yards or something where he has to swim towards it, and he just takes off. This motherfucker, this motherfucker causes noise. Like no. This motherfucker was running. He's running good. He's running with the cat. He doing it. He getting through. And he goes through underneath the fence, and I think he causes a noise on the fence, something right there, or like right next to the barrel, and it alerts like one of the Death Eaters. And when one of the Death Eaters started chasing after him, that's when the other one started doing it too, and all of them just started going after him while he's like full sprinting to this dock with this cat. Like this motherfucker, he hauling ass, he flintlock wood, he out that bitch. He was, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. He was gone, bro. Like, hey, man, that shit was, man, it was funny. So he's gone, he's running with all his fucking might with this damn cat in one hand trying to get to this damn boat. And like there's like 15 of those little death angel things just chasing after him. And they almost get to him. And Lupita's character, she's like having this moment where she's about to be like she's about to scream and like try to alert everybody, all the death angels to come after her and stuff. But like right before she does it, he makes it to the end of the dock, and he jumps off right before like almost when one almost like clips him, like almost gets him, and like he ends up in the water, and like all the death angels stop because they can't go into the water. And so he made it, which was good. It was just dope. So he came out of the water, made it all the way to the boat with the cat. it's a funny thing because like the original group with like the dude from the Blood Diamond, like his group that originally like stayed in the puppet show area, they're on the boat. So like they stop the boat for him, they get him out of the water and all this stuff. They rescue him, and then they continue to go on. Lupita's character, she goes back. She chill now after she saw that he survived. She goes back, to like the little to like a little, I think I want to say like the bar area, or I want to say like a barbershop where like has like a picture of her, a younger version of herself and her dad. And she's just, chilling, reminiscing about it, crying, having a few tears and stuff. And she just, accepts everything. She starts walking down the street with like this speaker, and she has like her headphones and stuff, and her damn, what the fuck is that? Her iPod like attached to this little speaker stuff, and then like she's walking through listening to music, and then once she gets to like this little section, she just takes off her headphones, and like the music starts playing on the speaker, and like one of the things, the Death Angels lands right behind her, and the movie just ends right there. So like it ends with her death, but the journey was amazing. A lot to you. Her journey was awesome. Her journey was awesome. So Joseph Quinn and the cat survives. When they're on the boat, he finds a little note that's in his jacket that she left him, because like, oh, I forgot to mention, she gave him his jacket that she was wearing the entire movie, and like he gave her his jacket too. Like they did a little jacket swap, jersey swap, some shit like that. And he finds a note that says like, take care of Frodo. Don't make sure he doesn't eat too much. Don't make sure he doesn't get fat. Scratch him on the back. He doesn't like his belly rubbed and all that stuff. And it's just like, and then she just says like, thank you, and all that stuff. And it's a very sentimental scene. I ain't gonna lie. It's very emotional. It kind of got me. I ain't gonna lie. It was very sad. It was very sad. But that was pretty much the movie. That was pretty much the movie. It was good. It was good in my opinion. I thought the movie was fire, but it just. That was it. It was it. I honestly, my only thing, to be honest with you, my only like bad thing that I have. Okay, my only bad thing that I have about it, that I thought that it wasn't really too good, was like I kind of wanted to like learn a little bit more about the Death Angels, but I know that like I'll take what I can get. At the end of the day, it was alright. It was alright. It was alright. It was alright. But everything was dope. I like this movie. I thought it was a good movie. It definitely it should have been a rated R. If it was a rated R movie, like the kills would have been like way more gorier a little bit, and like it would have had a little bit more better moments. You can see where like it could have been a rated R movie. I know it's a PG-13 movie, but when you're sitting there and like you're watching it and you're like, that could have been rated R. That could have been rated, or like they could have made that a little bit more gory and stuff like that. That's in my opinion, but I liked it. I thought the movie was good. So out of 10, my rating of it, to be honest with you, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. In my opinion, I thought the movie was good. 7.5 out of 10. That's what I'll get. 7.5 rhinos out of 10. That's how I would do it. In my opinion, it was a good movie. At the end of the day, from start to finish, I was entertained. I was. Well, there was that. Nah. Start to finish, I was entertained. I was really interested into the world and everything like that. It was in New York. I thought the whole entire story was fire. I thought that, at first I thought that oh, this is just a story about her going to get, pizza and shit. It ain't me and shit. But like after like really like sitting there and thinking about it and stuff, it was like, oh, this is like her last thing. She already knows she's gonna die. It's the end of the world. Fuck it. It's like fuck it. Like fuck it. So again, I would give it like a 7 point. Honestly, bump it up to an 8. Give it an 8. I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8. If it was rated R, it would definitely be a 9. If it was rated R, it'd definitely be a 9, in my opinion. But I'll give it an 8 out of 10. But I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me a little bit. Let me know what you guys' thoughts on it. Let me know if you guys rated it 8 out of 10, a 7 out of 10. Maybe let me know if you guys loved it, hated it. I want to know. I want to know. But it's your boy Trip the Rhino here. Hope you guys have a good one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.